Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show. Let's talk from in the shell and share good vibes and good times. Good friends and trends that bend the senses. Let's get a bit senseless. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we bring good vibes and good times. Welcome to the morning coffee show with Super Fast Tortoise. Welcome to the morning coffee show, where we have the flow. Good vibes from head to toe. Let the happiness take you in.
Hey, everybody! It is a wonderful day today. Today is Wednesday. We got a full roster again today. We got Hillbilly, Tibalts, Hellwheeler, mugenfool, and kjcowboydan. What's up?
Hey.
Hey, everything going great.
Yeah, going great, going good. It's a wonderful day today, and oh man, we were having a good conversation in the background about like things about Hollywood and shows we used to watch and tragic stories about actors and actresses from back in the day. It's crazy.
Yep.
Yeah. So how you guys doing today?
Doing all right.
Oh yeah.
Doing
right?
good.
Yeah, I was watching Hillbilly plays his arena today. Like I never seen someone scoop so fast in a couple games. Like literally.
That wasn't Hillbilly scooping. That was his opponents.
No, it was him. Like literally, he starts playing a game. He starts playing a game, and this guy plays a card that made him discard a card, like to discard a card. And before the action was fulfilled, he's like, "I'm not playing this. I'm not discarding my hand."
I was gonna say the last time I caught Hillbilly's stream, he was on fire. He was playing a white deck, right?
I don't know. I got so many decks. I couldn't.
I was about to say, I hope he wasn't literally on fire, because otherwise he's healed up amazingly. That is some excellent either work or makeup.
No, I'd have been watching that stream a lot longer if he was literally on fire, I think. But no, it was one of the white. What do you have? You had the Planeswalker out there, and we're just making tokens and just destroying everybody.
Yeah, right. I know what deck you're talking about now. Yeah, one of my token decks.
Yeah.
Well, those token decks. Especially with Walker.
But yeah, it was funny. Like just when I watch Hillbilly, and like I don't get to watch Hillbilly all the time, but on certain days I can because I'm not doing as much work for the show. Mm-hmm. And like on Wednesdays and Fridays, I get to watch Hillbilly more. And on the days I watch him, he's always doing something silly.
I mean, that's Hillbilly for you, though.
That's the best way to do it.
Oh, yeah. Right,
King Shaker.
Let's say hello to some people in chat. Ooh, first we got Elijah Castle.
Yo, Elijah,
what's up? That's right. It's like it's Elijah. Dun 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 dun. Elijah. Dun 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 dun. I don't know where I was going with that. like when I did the little strumming of the beat, my brain kept thinking of Mr. Sandman. Give me a dream. Then next on the roster we got Ruff, 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 ruff. Lone Wolf. Lone Wolf needs make a YouTube channel focused on acting like Wolfman Jack and playing all his favorite Suno songs. You know, today on the roster. No, last night, man. Last night thinking of Lone Wolf and Hillbilly. We played a couple game of Commander last night and felt bad because my decks performed extremely well last night.
Yep, sure did.
I should have been there to stop you.
Yeah, I'm hoping you wouldn't have showed up, Tibalt.
I was on somebody else's stream yesterday, unfortunately, so I didn't get a chance to hang out with you guys. So
right,
we'll try to rectify that this weekend.
Well, I did something mean that the Tibalt side of you would have been proud of, right?
Got that land?
It was a janky kind of mean. So I had this old dragon, right? This old dragon. I can't remember the name of the dragon, but it costed Teamer or Grixis. Well, I think it's Teamer. No, probably Grixis. All right, we'll just say Grixis. Anyways, and when it dealt combat damage, you pay 2 generic and a black, and you name a color, and whenever you deal combat damage and you pay that cost, you name a color, and the person you did combat damage to discarded all the cards of that color from their hand. Well, playing a mono blue deck, and the first thing I did was connected with him and named blue and made him discard his powerhouse of cards in his hand.
Ouch!
Yeah. I was playing on blue green cynic. He tried to do that to me. He didn't blue. I didn't have no blue in my hand. All I had was green.
Sometimes that works out better.
Right. Then the second game too, I played Dog Meat, and Dog Meat just gave me all the cards that I want. That I like. I had this Shield of the Oversoul card, which, if you don't know, is a 2 generic and a hybrid green-white card. It gives a creature +1/+1 indestructible if it's like green or white. And that gives a creature +1/+1 and flying if it's the other color. And so I got that on my commander, making him indestructible and flying. Then I got this canopy card that gave my creature hexproof. So I made my commander hexproof, indestructible, and flying, and just built it up so fast. Then I ended up getting my commander to swing for 28 points of commander damage. With Eldrazi Conscription to give it 10+10+10 trample annihilator 2.
Wow.
I decimated both those games.
He sure did.
It was definitely your night. Well, that's good because that means you've burned your luck. So now when I come on, I can just, make you the target first.
That's right.
Just make sure you build my vampires up for me.
That's right. Right. We got Cane Shaker. Cane Shaker has been wanting this from me.
Oh.
Yeah. So
where the heck did you get that?
I actually won it off Pete's Packs.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, it is a Japanese starter deck where it comes with 2 starting decks.
Yeah.
From Portal 3 Kingdoms.
Awesome.
Yeah. So I'm gonna trade it to him for some extra goodies because he really wants it because of the fantasticness of the antiquity of it. And so I'm gonna trade for like some cards and stuff. Like I don't know. We have to discuss it, but he was even tempting me with a fresh pack Ugin from Tarkir.
Ooh,
so
nice.
Yeah. He says I got too excited during yesterday's show. I thought it was Wednesday for the rest of the
day. So did I.
That's right. Woo! That's funny.
Yeah, I'm back.
Yeah.
Sorry about Grandma calling for me.
Oh, Grandma
heard that.
Woo. Yeah. Then Elijah. Dog meat is great. Dog meat's fun. You know that like I know dog meat's a commander deck, but that was an interesting build for me because I ended up getting the commander from the deck because I have a friend who has a friend who got a dog meat deck and traded him his commander for a dog meat because he wanted to play. They play with the little fat boy cards that precons used to come with. Mm-hmm. So I ended up getting dog meat from him. So I had to build that deck from the bottom up, and I purposely searched out some Fallout cards for the deck, so it seemed like it was an upgraded deck.
Yeah, but ain't no upgraded deck. That was a built deck. Built decks are better than precons.
Yeah, that was a well, like I said, Architect says it's bracket 3. So
that dang gone thing playing like a bracket 5 because how fast it moved.
Mm-hmm. Look, if there was more enchantment removal in that game, I would have struggled.
Oh yeah.
Kenny Chicken says, how many episodes will season 1 have before season 2 begins? I have no clue. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't have a clue. Maybe
I would suggest 50, but that's just me.
Right. Like I'll figure that out when I get the bug to redesign the thumbnail.
Fair enough.
Mm-hmm. Right. And Lone Wolf says, I am still struggling with building decks, but at least we all had a fun night. That's right. Yep. Even though I do feel bad for Lone Wolf because I pretty much locked him out of the game once I knocked the blue cards out of his hands.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yikes.
Yeah, when you did that, I was like, dang.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. That was with my Dragons deck. I still need to get a couple cards for my Dragons deck.
Yeah.
Dragon.
We now know what needs to be the target of your Dragon deck.
I think I've asked you this before, but how many decks do you have?
Well, I used to have 13, but I actually tore 2 apart to build my Dragon deck. So probably like 11.
About 50.
Oh.
You passed me then because I'm still hovering at about 32 at this point. But I'm trying to do better about it. I'm trying to take a hard look at it, especially since I don't play as often as I used to. I was spoiled with how much gameplay I could get in a week, so I would rotate through them faster. So now that that's not an option, I maybe need to pull back a little bit and do a little bit of hard research here and see what I can do to tighten those up.
That's right. Yeah, I had to tear apart my Eldrazi deck and my Atraxa deck.
Yeah, Atraxa.
I mean, yay. Can't say I'm sorry to hear you take the Atraxa apart.
Atraxa, no, it's sad because I have cool cards in Atraxa. I have Optimus Prime and Megatron in that deck. The Blightsteel, Darksteel, secret layer. It's in that deck. I need to figure out where I'm gonna put those.
Just put them in an envelope. Put them in an envelope and send them to me. That's all you should do with them.
Exactly. You can do that, or you can send it to me. I mean, whichever.
I'm not getting rid of those.
That'll take them.
I want.
You wouldn't be getting rid of them. You just
using them is overrated.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
Exactly.
Using
you
them.
wouldn't be getting rid of them. You just be giving them away.
You'd be spreading the love.
Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah, spread the love. Oh, that's funny. That's funny. Like I have a couple decks I could put them in. I just need to figure out where to put them in because I want to use them. I love them. I love them. Because the secret lair came with Optimus Prime as Darksteel, Megatron as Blightsteel, came with Doubling Cube, and it came with a command tower that was specific to the set.
Nice.
Command tower was like the secret card or something, I believe.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But magic is magic. Cabby, howdy y'all. Cabby G.
Hey, Cabby G.
Yeah, I tried getting Cabby G to do a musical dance ensemble on his show last night, but he said he wouldn't do it. He's like, I don't know how to close out the show. He says, what should I do to close out the show? And I said, I think we want a musical style dance ensemble. He's like,
to do it.
He's like, sorry, I don't sing. Even though I got Chaz streaming to do a little dance ensemble last night, but his singing was whistling, and he was like doing this. It's funny. Throwback corner. Hey, homie, smash the like button. Hey. Correct. Oh. So I mean, SFT mad by calling MTG mediocre. Mediocre. Yeah, he's like, geez, mediocre at best. It was funny. I wasn't really mad, but I did quote unquote like make a comment that was like overreact over the comment. I'm like, I'm dying. My heart's failing. Mediocre. Then he made a comment about Yu-Gi-Oh! And like Yu-Gi-Oh! Being overpowered in a bad game. And like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is God's gift to mankind.
Yeah, if you want to sit there and do algebra all morning long.
Right? Like you hear stories about kids who take calculus just so they can play a card game.
Hey, it's encouraging them to learn.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse
I
me.
mean, the best way to learn is always by having fun.
That's right.
That's right.
That's how youngest kids learn. And the best way of getting them to learn is just let them play, because they're learning plenty without you actually having to say, "Look, you're learning."
That's
you tell
right.
the person, "This is how we learn maths," and they go, "Ew, no, I don't want to do that. Let's play a card game." Coincidentally, you have to do some maths. Oh yeah, no, I'll do that.
Yeah. Still works to this day, even for old kids like me.
Hey, I'll tell you what. I did some of my best mathing playing cards.
Mm-hmm.
Playing a little Yu-Gi-Oh! I did my best mathing.
You did too much math, and that's the truth. It made you do the W word.
Don't even suggest it.
Cane Shaker says the appropriate number of commander decks is 1 for each color, monocolor, 2 color decks, 3 color decks, and 4 color combinations, and 1 5-color deck.
I agree. I think you need more than 1 5-color. I think you need 5 5-color decks.
Look, I got 2 5-color decks now. I'm happy about that. I'm still working on the dragons. I want to tighten up dragons. That's why I had to tear apart a couple decks to build dragons, because I need some game changers and stuff in there. So yeah. And Kib G says Yu-Gi-Oh! Is a perfect example why power creep is bad. Yeah. Well, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is the perfect example why too much power creep is bad, and why reprinting too much is bad.
Yep.
All right. Because I remember when Rageki's no longer a cheap card, but Regeki went from $100 card back in the day to a few cent card because they over reprinted it.
Wow.
Mm-hmm. Yep, because because of the way Yu-Gi-Oh! Works, what they did, they took a mythic basically and printed it at common level.
Wow, that's a heck of a jump. Did they do that over a merit of sets, or did they just do that like?
Oh, they end up going through a different print people, and they kind of like when they did that, they went through like a whole gaming mechanic change. It virtually ruined Yu-Gi-Oh! They lost a lot of players.
Yeah, I remember that era because my friends were talking about it before I was even on YouTube. Well, I didn't have I watched YouTube and had a YouTube account, but I wasn't posting any videos. But I remember that era where people were not talking about reprints being a problem, and people in the store were talking about the reprints problem because they printed a whole new product where they messed up the rarity and overprinted cards that were too powerful.
Wow.
Like one of the cards that people were upset about at the time, which are probably not anymore, but I could be wrong on that, is that one with the 2 cylinders and it like flips the turnaround or something. Like, I don't remember the name of the card.
Magic cylinders.
Probably.
I think that's what it is because the way you described it.
Oh, we got someone in chat that we haven't seen in a minute. He's the Capitan of Waffles.
Waffles, what's up?
Mon Capitan, I got the Belgians all ready to go. Let me know when it's time to attack.
All right.
The pancakes will not survive. Down with the crepes.
Look, we need a SpongeBob style cartoon where the main character is a yellow waffle and circular waffle, and all his jokes are syrupy, and he can play the flute out of his nose.
We had Coconut Fred, which is kind of a ripoff of SpongeBob.
Yeah.
Oh, who's waffly and syrupy? All for me, Captain Waffles. He likes to have powdered sugar on the Captain Waffles.
What kind of show are we watching? That sounds a little risque.
Sounds like a kid's show, but I'm watching it.
What is that? What is that? An Adult Swim special?
There you go.
Right? Welcome
On
to
a very
Mad
special
TV.
episode.
Welcome to Mad TV. Mad.
I know they did like cartoon parodies, like sometimes in 2010. Hold on, let me mute.
Kev G says, I miss when Baneslayer was a good threat. Yeah, Baneslayer was a good threat back in the day. Baneslayer can knock down my dragon deck because she has protection from dragons and demons.
Yep.
Just don't tell Hillbilly that.
I see him going straight to TCG player looking for the card to get it.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
K-Chicker and Captain Waffles has a sidekick named Sergeant French Toast. That's right.
But I do have Herald of the Eternal Dawn.
Herald of the Eternal Dawn.
I don't know. I definitely would. I definitely watch that series. Maybe get the animators who animated like the Wild Thornberries or something. That 90s-esque animation.
Oh man! Like, wait till you have your episode about the backstories of the true backstories of cartoons and shows.
But you know what Herald of the Eternal Dawn does, don't you?
Herald of the Eternal Dawn.
Yep.
You talking about Angel?
Yep. It's Angel with Flash, with flying, and you can't lose the game, and your opponents can't win the game.
Portrayed by a picture of David Boreanaz.
It's,
That's right.
6/6.
Yeah, but it has 3 white pips in its mana cost. How terrible is that? You running that
Surely
on a
too
white
bad.
deck?
Surely you can cheat it out somehow.
Right.
There's ways.
And look, it doesn't have indestructible. It doesn't have hexproof. So, the old trope, it dies to removal.
Yeah. But there's always ways to protect.
What's Super Fast Tortoise known for? I know what Super Fast Tortoise is known for. Let's see if chat knows what Super Fast Tortoise is known for.
Would that
Or
be
White King.
Look at that. Super Fast Tortoise in chat knows what's up.
Why is Super Fast in chat? Super Fast should be here in display with the rest of us. Get out of chat.
You said he don't got clones that he does his work for him.
He has minions.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Minion clones.
Yeah.
Look at that. Kev G says, slow down there, Hellwheeler. Eggs are above this childish behavior. Look, eggs used to be funny, but now they're too expensive.
I just thought maybe Captain Waffles had private fried egg as a driver to go with Sergeant French Toast, but my bad.
Look, no, you got a point. You got a point. A fried egg driver, and the car's made out of crispy bacon.
See, I wouldn't joke about eggs around Jessie. When somebody jokes about eggs inside Jessie, she shows up in Minecraft and there's nothing but a million chickens inside her house.
Excellent.
I don't ask for the chickens to be inside my house. That's normally somebody else
like
who does that. It's normally somebody has come along and just thrown eggs all around my house, and next thing I know, chickens galore.
They just egged your house.
Eggs are back to being $5 for 18 eggs, so not so expensive anymore.
Hold on. At the Kroger the other day, we paid $3.49 for a dozen eggs.
That's insane.
$3.49. I haven't seen it like that since I don't know.
That's about the same price as a gallon of gas.
Yep.
Cane Checker has a very important message. It says, you get a board wipe. You get a board wipe. Everybody gets a board wipe.
Well, that's true.
Everybody but this man right here, because he don't need one. He's a board wipe in general.
Yeah, he's the one who gets board wiped.
You know, the board wipe is actually a card that gives for everybody, if you think about it, right? First of all, it gives you the opportunity to realize what it feels like to have all your lands taken from you. And then
board wipes don't take care of lands.
Oh, they don't destroy your lands? Oh, but
no. They should.
They should.
Wait.
There is a land, there is a card that would take care of lands. But most board wipes only takes care of creatures.
But there are a couple board wipes that do take care of lands. You got Armageddon and Obliterate.
So I was right, depending on the card that would have been drawn. Okay.
Most board wipes only do creatures, though.
Creatures or non-land permanents in general.
Yep.
In general, but I was partially right. Okay.
Yeah, you're partially right.
So, ruin my joke. So I guess board wipe is just a game mechanic that keeps on giving. You get you get to be given your opportunity to feel like what it has to lose some cards, and then I get the opportunity to feel like what it's like to be Tortoise every once in a while.
That's
on
right.
top of the world.
On top of the world, eh?
I thought he was the one that holds the world up. You know, you remember that myth?
It's on his shell.
On his shell, yeah.
On the back of it.
I think there's a myth about a tortoise holding the world on his shell.
There's different kinds. Yeah, there's different kinds of board wipes. There's one-sided board wipes, and then there's board wipes all around.
I like to comment on KBG right here. He says, I prefer exile wipes. And now, this is a person who's had a child at one point in time. And when somebody says something wipes, first thing that goes to me is like Huggies. And I'm like, exile wipes. Is that a better brand?
I was about to make a comment about wet wipes and stuff like that.
Which is similar, you know, exile wipes, the best wet wipe you can get.
That's right. That's right. It cleans very well. But no, I know what he's talking about. Exile wipes, things that don't put things in the graveyard. Whoop, whoop.
Right.
I've been watching some stuff on that recently about board wipes and the fact that arguably they're inefficient because they force everybody back to the beginning of the game again.
Mm-hmm.
But I have no problem with that yet, generally, because, you know, like Tortoise, I'm ready for it because I know the board wipe's coming, so I'll hold back a little bit. But exile wipes and stuff like that are things that are one-sided board wipes are even better. But I don't play those as much because I don't want people coming after me just because I played a board wipe. If I take out my stuff too, they're a little less likely to come after me.
Right.
Well, the trick to playing a board wipe is having your deck and your hand set up to play against it. Right? Like my Joda deck mainly has a lot of one-sided board wipes. If Hillbilly does. But usually I run some form of reanimation or something like that. But really quick, I want to say, hey, Hans, Juggernaut, Warsick. You getting teeth pulled today? Wow.
Yeah.
That does not sound fun at all.
Yeah,
Nope,
I've been dreading it for Hans. Like he's been telling us about in chat the last couple of days. He's been dreading it. We've been dreading it for him. Jesse and I think we spent about the last 45 minutes
of the
show last night just giving Hans our we wish you well tomorrow.
Yeah, that's right. Wish you well tomorrow for sure. And we wish you well today. Hope it goes well.
Last time I had to get my teeth pulled, they put me under for maybe 40 minutes while they pulled them.
Hans did give us some very bad news regarding it, though. Apparently, he's not allowed to drink coffee for a few days. Can you?
Yeah.
Oh no.
When you get a tooth pulled, you're not allowed to drink coffee, hot liquids, or sodas,
or anything out of a straw.
Yep.
You know, it's like okay, so just remove everything good about my life if I have to have a teeth removed. Or, I mean, seriously, it's bad enough I'm old and having to have a teeth removed, but now I have to not drink coffee or use a straw or things that make me happy in life,
Right.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Well, but you can't do that stuff because doing that stuff can ruin the procedure or give you dry socket, which is really, really ouchie ouch.
Oh, that sounds
we got
awful.
fish games. Fish
Hey.
games.
Oh,
Quit playing games with my heart. My heart. Quit playing games with my heart. No, I'm kidding. I don't even know the song well enough to sing it.
that's never stopped you before.
That is
Yeah,
very true.
I made a funny comment about a movie that's coming out.
Oh, that's right.
There's a movie called Novocaine coming out. I'm like, oh no, they're making you watch Novocaine. Oh no.
Oh yeah, I've seen the commercial for the guy who doesn't feel pain and gets put in a situation where he has to go fight a lot of people, basically.
Yeah.
Yes,
We're running out of ideas, aren't we, in the entertainment industry?
Yes, we
Pretty
are.
much. Hans says, "Yeah, I don't eat steering wheels. That's good. Let's not."
But Jesse will get in a fight with the vehicle that has one.
Oh, Hans says
Get in a fight with it. Not
that was funny. Hellwheeler will beat the living shit out of a car.
Yeah,
Get all gangster.
yeah. If there's an ultimate fighting championship and you're betting against the car, you're gonna lose your money because Hellwheeler is gonna go hog wild off against it, and then she's gonna throw it at a deer the next couple days later.
That's right. Yeah, she goes straight up Street Fighter with those cars.
Car's got its own back.
That's right. Han says, no gas, just Novocaine. Well, if you want to kind of set the mood, there is a Green Day song called Novocaine. It's pretty good. You can listen to it. Yeah. I'm pretty sure there's other songs called Novocaine, but I know Green Day has one.
Yeah.
Having my last cigarette for a while, too. Oof, that's going to be tough. Hope you managed.
That is tough.
Hope you managed.
I didn't listen to Basket Case because.
Cane Checker says, surprisingly, the brand of wipes I use to clean my monitor and keyboard are Disney brand. Hey,
hey, you know what? Sometimes Disney does make some of the best stuff, even though it's intended to wipe your hands off when you get crud on them.
Mm-hmm. We got an investable collectible saying here fishy drops tomorrow at Fish Games. Whoop whoop. All right. Well, hold on up. My mouth went weird. Yeah, Justin. Yeah, fishy fish. You know, I speak a little fish too. Watch. Bloop 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 bloop. Yeah, that's a bad joke. When they put you under, they have to control your heart rate and breathing for you. I'll still awake. No, yeah, that's true.
I did not know that, but they took 3 of my teeth that day, and I couldn't do anything for a while. It's because my mouth was so sore.
Ooh, Kebby G got the question. He got the question on a Q&A show. What? Says, what universes beyond said are you wanting in MTG? He says, I want Sesame Street, Big Bird Commander. Whoop whoop.
You know, I'm sorry, that would actually be kind of cool.
That would be.
You know,
yeah, it would be.
As soon as I saw that, I'm like, you know what? I mean, now that I've embraced the universes beyond, I guess I haven't embraced them, but since they're here to stay, make the best of them. And I started thinking, like, yeah, that would be kind of interesting.
Just a whole Jim Henson line of Magic the Gathering, you know, just like every single Magic card ever made as a Muppet.
Right. Like you get some Dark Crystal Muppets, you get Ninja Turtle Muppets, you get
a little Labyrinth.
Right, Labyrinth Muppets.
What's that one show? I can't remember the name of it, but it was like the small creatures.
Like
Fraggle Rock.
Fraggle Rock, yes. We had any cards from Fraggle Rock.
You know,
right.
You know, then you have
actually, I'm thinking Smurfs because look how many Smurfs that they have on the Smurfs. Over 100 Smurfs.
Yeah, that would work.
That means they would be able to make all kinds of Smurf cards, and also
wouldn't that be Smurfy?
I just different criminals. There's a bunch of not criminals, but you got a bunch of different bad guys like Gargamel, Azrael. There's a few more bad people out there too.
Yeah.
I
Right?
gotta say, until that end bit, all I was starting to hear was Smurf, 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 Smurf.
Hey, watch your mouth.
I-
Can you believe
This
she
is a
smurfed
family
like that?
show.
I mean,
This
she
is a family
said
show.
Smurf just like that.
Right? Like blatantly.
I
There are
mean,
possibly kids watching.
she needs to watch her Smurf.
That's right.
I don't think that'd be. I don't think that would be a bad IP for him, to be honest.
No, it wouldn't be bad because you get a kill spell called Smurf, Smurf, Smurfity, Smurf, Smurf.
You know, they could do multiple sets of Power Rangers or Super Sentai. Now that you think of it.
Power Rangers, right?
Well-
I'd love a set of Power Rangers where the Power Rangers are flip cards. They turn from their human forms to the Power Ranger forms, like flip.
Yeah.
Then
Nice.
when and like if they made a unique, like a mechanically unique Power Ranger set, you get all 5 Power Rangers out. You get a search for a Megazord card.
Oh,
Alright,
but you have to make the Megazord out of Rubert.
Or also, they could also make that, and so that make the Megazord a equipment card.
Okay, so we're
Then
gonna
if
need
you
land.
get 5 different Power Rangers that's equipped,
Mhm.
then you can transform them into the Megazord.
Yeah.
You're also going to need lands. So, so your land cards will be a school, a random park, a mall. We need 2 more lands.
That one, the command center.
The community center, that'll be a land, and we need 1 more land, and then
Command Center.
so let's see.
That would
Yeah,
be
they have
command
the
tower.
Power Rangers. The Power Rangers.
The land is that gravel field they always fight in.
Yes,
Yeah.
yeah, gravel field, and yeah, maybe there might be like you can also have like the space station for this for the Space Ranger Zords.
I got another idea for that. You sparked the idea, right? And like, there's 5 Power Rangers, right, before the 6th Ranger, and there could be a 6th Ranger in the set, but
He'd be
you have
colorless.
5 lands, and they're all one single colored lands because all the Power Rangers are a single color. But the lands have an activation cost that put in a token of the Zord of the choice of the Power Ranger from the land onto the battlefield. Then the tokens have an ability. I know this is complicated and ridiculous. The tokens have a ability where if you have all 5 of them, you can exile them and put a Megazord token together.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Don't we?
And that'll be called Magic's Exodia.
Yeah. Hey, Lone Wolf, the only way I see a Rocket Power would be like if they do all the Nicktoons in a set. All the Nickelodeon cartoons in a set.
Nickelodeon. That's right.
Well, they do have a contract with Paramount right now, so maybe if
That could happen.
Last Airbender works out well, and you know that everybody liked the SpongeBob stuff, you might see more Nicktoon stuff. Maybe a Rugrats set.
I'd punch someone for that.
I have
we'll-
not heard of Rugrats in years.
Maybe
Come
we'll get a
on.
turtle set.
Yeah, turtle set.
Yes, Nickelodeon, Paramount. Whoop, whoop.
Yeah. Although I kind of think that a Rugrats magic set would go hard. You know, just have all the characters done up as like little Rugrats characters, like you know, in their baby form.
Yeah,
Right.
you can do like Chase the Mind Sculptor as a baby.
You know,
Well, the only problem with that,
the dinosaurs will look like
They
Reptar.
won't put planeswalkers in Universe Beyond sets. They said.
That-
They said.
That'd be a secret layer, to be honest. Rugrats would be.
Fair enough.
Still, people would buy it. I bet you anything because I mean these Nick adults, you know, they'll get into that easy.
Oh,
Look, I'm not a Nickelodeon adult, but I'll still buy a Rugrats set, knowing it's my favorite '90s cartoons.
I used to hardcore watch Rugrats, when as a teenager.
Same.
Loved the show.
I didn't like
Love
the
the
3D
show.
reboot of it though, but I liked the 2D version of it.
Right. But you know what would be an interesting crossover for Universes Beyond? Thinking of Nicktoon, Cartoon Network kind of stuff.
Yeah.
All right.
It would.
Well, I used to binge watch like all the time Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, that'd be good. I like the new season of it. The last few before this reboot of it, which is just a time skip. Before that, it was getting a little bloated and a little stupid. But the
Mhm.
new reboot is really good, and if they get a season 2, I don't know if they canceled it or not. I have to look that up, but
What show
it's
is?
looking good. Fairly Odd Parents.
Oh, Fairly Odd Parents. I haven't seen the new Fairly Odd Parents.
It's good.
I stopped when they decided that they're going to bring them into the real world and make it a live action show.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
weird.
yeah, that was horrible.
Yeah.
And and I'm not talking about TV series.
That
I'm
also
talking about
seems
the
like it'd
movies.
be. That also seems like it'd be circular to me.
Yeah.
Right. Well,
Yeah,
it could be, but it'd be fun.
I would so enjoy Fairly Odd Parents merch though through anything.
Right. Kane Checker says, I believe we all have lost our Smurfing minds.
We
You're
just might have.
smurfing, right?
Lone Wolf says, I would love a Rocket Power Universes Beyond set. That'd be extremely unlikely. Who knows?
Yeah,
Who knows?
that's what brought up the Nickelodeon one.
Mhm.
Talking about this
yeah,
whole shit.
Hellwheeler. Investable collectors go like Investable Collectible says 25 years ago I started a journey making custom proxy deck, but I put the idea away and came across those files the other day. Should I finish the Insane Clown Posse deck? Whoop whoop.
Oh.
Well, if you're down with the clown, don't forget to use your Fago tokens as your food tokens.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
Don't forget the crown.
don't forget to give the Joker cards each their own set,
Right?
their own not set, but their own powers and stuff.
Yeah,
That'd be
and
cool.
right, and but don't forget when you bring out the deck and you go play with your friends with it, you got to let them know what the blanket juggalo is.
I know they can't do this, but I would love to see Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yeah,
It might happen, but
No,
I think you'll get it, man. I hope we'd get the comic accurate version.
Yeah. We're not going to.
They'll get it
depending
in
on-
paper. They'll get it in paper, but it won't be digitally available.
Even the
don't know.
comic books aren't getting comic accurate Guardians anymore. You know, I mean,
Right. Well,
to be honest,
let me put it. It's not available in any official material, but Forge will probably have it.
like with Guardians, like they changed the comic book series around, like complete rebooted just to fit the movie lineup. But if you like Guardians of the Galaxy, you guys got to read the 1990s run of Guardians of the Galaxy. It went hard.
Oh, that's interesting. Elijah.
Even though a lot of people thought Guardians was boring.
Elijah says my cousin is women's ICP wrestling champ. Interesting.
Oh.
That's
it's JCW, but yeah, so same idea, but that's pretty cool.
Kevin G says I want Courage the Cowardly Dog to have a card. If it blocks it or becomes blocked, shuffle back to the deck. That's a pretty cool idea.
Here's some fun
Oh,
facts
come on,
about.
Who doesn't want to play someone's attacking you with an OP character? You go, I play my Courage the Cowardly Dog.
Right?
Yeah, nobody can beat Courage. I'm sorry, you might cower for about a few hands, but like after you've laid that card down and it's sitting there for a couple hands, not doing anything, right? That third hand, it pretty much defeats the entire game. The Courage card always wins.
Yeah,
I don't know. That Garfield food token deck was pretty powerful.
Yeah, but you have to like pay 3 lasagna in order to use it.
Oh yeah, because when he summons the lasagna monster, it becomes like a 12/12 infect trample creature.
And if you play that card on the Mondays, it doesn't really work.
Oh, that's the rule. It says you can't play this card on Mondays because it's not doing anything.
But you can always counter the Garfield card with an Odie.
That's right. But you can fling Odie and deal 3 damage to a target opponent.
You can slow down your opponent though by placing Nermal, yes.
You guys are silly, and I love it when you get it's silly.
If I seen the Courage the Cowardly Dog card, I would also put in it. I mean, that's a good effect that KG gave it. But I also would put, if it goes back into the graveyard, you get to destroy a creature that blocked it.
Okay, you know a show, I think, like a Nickelodeon or Cartoon Network. I don't remember what program it was on, but a show that has more potential to being a crossover for like an entire set because it
Johnny
can
Bravo.
Well, Johnny Bravo is a good one, but no, I'm thinking something that has room to expand to create your own as they design the set, but also has a large roster of different things. Is Real Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember that show. I liked that show. That was a good show.
yeah, and they had tons of monsters, and if they did a set, they could create some of their own monsters, like in that same style cartoon, and be like, these are real monsters.
And I
know?
believe it was Real Monsters.
Uh-huh.
Just
That's right. Kevin G says, does that mean we have a day of the week mechanic that cycles through the days to make Garfield? That's right. Instead of a day-night cycle, you got a weekly calendar, and he has different abilities based on the day.
Nice.
Steven Universe. That'd be a fun one. That one could have like crystal shards and stuff.
Yep.
But I don't know what Wizards of the Coast to do with a set based around belly buttons.
Oh no.
you can have a lent card. First of all, First of all, I've picked this belly button lent card for the next move.
Right. Belly button. That's right.
At least it's not the feet set that they came out with a year ago.
I even forgot about that. But I don't really watch a lot of Secret Layers.
Yeah.
But thinking of bellies, old school Care Bears would be a fun crossover.
Yeah, that would be.
I mean, we've already done My Little Pony, so you can't be like My Little Pony. But you know what? You know one show that'd be an interesting crossover. But I think that it'd be cool if they rebooted the series too and kind of updated it. This is going to be a callback to some people who probably even forgot this existed. Is Mighty Max.
Mighty Max. We talked about Mighty Max the other day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
There you go, Mugen.
Mighty Max or Mighty Mouse?
Just
Mighty
Max.
Max.
Change my background.
I can't believe you done this. A day is ruined, and I forgot how the rest of the meme goes.
Oh, you know that image you have in the background, KJ? It's really kicking.
Damn it.
You might want to change it before Mugenfool puts his foot down.
Whoa!
I just might have to. Top of your jar.
That's right.
Top of your jar. I might have to put my foot down.
You making a sandwich, Mugen? There's some toe jam.
I'll give him some toe jam.
There. I'll share the wealth with everybody.
That's
there
right.
we go.
Kevin G says Futurama set. That'd be fun.
Yep.
Yeah.
How about just
Listen to Kebby G here. Kebby G knows what he's talking about. Futurama set.
Right.
I'd say go further and make it a Matt Groening set.
A complete Matt Groening set would be awesome, you know. But,
Yeah.
if they do a
That's funny
Futurama
'cause
set
it's
and they don't do the one and only Futurama VTuber that nobody else, there's no other Futurama VTuber on the internet that I know of, and they don't include me in on the set, then I'm going to call shenanigans.
That's right. You know what's funny?
Do a special guest card.
Mugenfool said Matt Groening set, but he said it so fast it sounded like he said macaroni set. I'm like,
Macaroni.
That sounds tasty.
macaroni.
That's what I thought he said.
And look, it won't surprise me. I mean, now we're gonna have a instant ramen magic card.
I noticed. Yeah, I noticed that.
Wow.
Make it the hot things.
When I seen that card, oh my God, did I start laughing?
Mhm.
Ramen noodle magic card.
Well, it makes sense, but I just don't feel like getting to the lore of it.
And Kevin G says, "How did I ask this question?" And KJ didn't bring up this show.
He was being modest.
That's right.
That background, though, is Wizards of the Coast listening to us, getting all the ideas for what the secret layers are going to do in the universes beyond.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. They're ranking in all the money. And look, just like KJ's music, he's being a modest mouse.
Oh,
That's right. Woo-hoo.
I have a VTuber friend. Every time I pop into her chat, she drops what she's doing just to sing Cowboy Dan from Modest Mouse.
Nice.
Nice.
It's always cool to have a little jingle, you know. Like that's what we try to do on the show. We try to entertain people as they come in with their own little special jive or something. Some people are easier than others to come up with something.
Yeah.
Like Lone Wolf's howl.
Yeah.
Yeah, the wrestling would definitely be an easy fit for Magic since we're already going that way anyhow.
I mean, wrestling's already had a TCG game a while back.
But it wasn't Magic. You got to integrate
Fair
with
enough.
Magic.
Right.
Why not just integrate everything with Magic and make it the ultimate?
That's the way they're going. It's Fortnite.
Yep.
It
what they're
is.
trying to do.
My brain is trying to think.
It is.
Speaking of
Sorry.
Sorry.
Go on.
And speaking of Fortnite, why don't we make a Star Wars set? Because they've been using like AI voice for Darth Vader. So why don't we just make a Star Wars set?
All right. So the Darth Vader thing. There is the conspiracy about Darth Vader being voiced by an AI is been put to rest because first of all, James Earl Jones sold his voice likeness to Disney before he passed on, allowing them, and he even said that he wouldn't mind if they reused his voice as long as they credit James Earl Jones's voice as being what trained the AI. It's already been put to rest, and we're happy with this. Now, what we're worried about is like other characters who are being turned into AI, who hadn't consented because they had died beforehand. Take for example Rogue One, and everybody was mad that Tarkin was completely AI'd. You know.
Yeah.
Where he was not able to consent to having his voice offered up after he passed on, where James Earl Jones actually consented to it.
Yeah.
James Earl Jones.
It's pretty interesting. A lot of people were upset about it, but don't know the whole story behind that. The Darth Vader AI.
Oh, I knew about that. I'm just saying. It reminds me of we should have a Star Wars set.
Although, did you see that they might like Fortnite is like in their own way canonizing Sith Jar Jar?
Yeah, I saw that too.
Let's see. Cabby G says, "Hear me out. We should add Tekken and Mortal Kombat to Magic the Gathering so we can cross battle them with Street Fighter." Lol, that's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
Hey, you left out one very important game, Primal
Killer
Rage.
Instinct.
Oh,
that
that's
one
Super
too.
Smash Brothers Melee.
Killer Instinct, Primal Rage,
Yeah.
Soul Calibur.
Soul
Soul
Calibur.
Calibur. Oh,
Yeah, and there's that one game for GameCube. I can't remember what it was called.
Which
It was
one? What are you to describe it?
It was like an anime-ish style fighting game, and
Virtua Fighter?
what?
Virtua Fighter?
No, not Virtual Fighter. And it had like every character had like some crazy little spinny move and something like that.
Are you thinking of Power Stone from the Dreamcast?
I do not know. I do not remember the game. It's been forever.
What's up, Bob?
Let's see. But yeah, no, I want a Mortal Kombat card. I legitimately want a Mortal Kombat kill spell called Fatality.
Yes, that would be cool.
Then I can cast it and say it in that voice. Fatality.
you're also going to need a finish him card. You know, finish him.
Yeah, finish him, right?
You gotta talk to Warner Brothers about that.
That's right.
Force your opponent to attack
Warner
somebody
Brothers, NetherRealm Studios.
Well, they're owned by Warner Brothers, though.
Kjc has another question for today. Will there be any shows for the rest of the week, or will you be waiting until next Monday? I'm going to do my best as I can to push as much content as I can when we're dog sitting.
Yeah.
Because tomorrow, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, I believe we're dog sitting.
Well,
And Elijah is like, Smash Bros. Look, I would like a Smash Bros set, but the problem with Smash Bros, and this just logistically me thinking, is so many different IPs probably be harder to put together. But who knows what's up Wizards sleeve, you know?
Well, here's the thing with Smash Bros, right? Smash Bros is just an all Nintendo TCG. If you wanted to do a Smash Bros set, because that's all Smash Bros is, just all the main character IPs or most popular character IPs put into a little fighting game.
Well, as long as you don't get any of the guest characters, you just gotta ask Nintendo because it's all their characters. Sit for the guest characters.
MTG Game Bob says, I want Inspector Gadget MTG. Inspector Gadget. Do. You guys want to know something cool? Like, if you're an 80s buff like me who loves those old 80s cartoons and shows, there's a YouTube channel for the Ninja Turtles. There's a YouTube channel for Inspector Gadget. Your favorite 80s cartoon might have a channel that's playing all their episodes for free.
Nice.
Mind the ads, unless you got premium.
Hello,
Right.
I'm convinced that Wizards of the Coast is already Super Smash Brothers, the way they're importing other people's IPs.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can say that.
Smash Brothers.
Look,
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure it's pretty easy to make a set that's stealing ideas from everybody. You know what I'm saying? You know,
Yeah.
like, why make up our own ideas when someone else has a better idea?
All right, so
that was a jab at Wizards, everybody. I'm joking.
but Capcom did it way before Nintendo did it. I mean,
Capcom versus Marvel.
Capcom versus Marvel, Capcom versus Capcom. They had all those different Capcom fighting games that they pulled
G5
out.
versus Marvel.
I mean, they did Capcom Midway Edition where they had like when Capcom before anybody else brought Mega Man, Capcom had Mega Man and on their games, you know.
You kind of sound like, never mind. That's inappropriate. Never mind. Continue on.
Don't be inappropriate. You don't need another Hellwheeler situation where you say something bad word.
I was gonna say a bad word. I was just gonna say something inappropriate. They didn't have any bad word in it, but yeah.
I mean, sometimes sometimes it's hard, but you just gotta watch your smurfing mouth.
Yeah.
Again.
Not again.
Look. I'm joking. None of us would want to pick a fight with Hellwheeler. She can beat up a car.
Yeah,
I
she
swear,
probably run
Tortoise,
me over.
you are so
What's your
smurfing
success
crazy.
rate on that?
Hellwheeler
be
could
fair,
probably.
My
Hellwheeler
car
could
is
probably.
blue.
Look. It's gonna take a while, but you'll eventually live that car fight down.
I told my car off for trying to be too smurfy.
That's right.
Honestly.
If I picked a fight with Hellwheeler, I'd probably get run over because I can't run that fast.
Right. Sounds good. All right. KBG, can we get a Hellwheeler set with just her and the rest of the creatures just cats?
Or just cats. Nice.
I mean, they got plenty of cat creatures in Magic the Gathering. All we need is a Hellwheeler commander.
That would be a fun deck.
Yeah.
I'll buy that deck. I don't buy Magic the Gathering or play it anymore, but I will buy that deck.
We just got to get proxies of everybody who comes on the show here. And
Well, actually, it wouldn't be like proxies if they're just if they're custom made cards.
yeah, we'll do custom made cards for everybody on the show here that but make them playable in a home game of Magic.
Yeah.
Kane Jenkins says, I don't know if anyone will get the reference, but Booger.
I don't get the reference, but all I gotta say is the Boogerman set would be interesting because that's only had one game and it wasn't that popular.
You know, like some crossovers I'd like to see would be like some video game crossovers like Metroid, Earthworm Jim. You know,
Earthworm Jim, yeah. I was a big fan of Earthworm Jim before it even hit the N64, and I was reading the comic books for Earthworm Jim because it was a comic book first.
Did you watch the cartoon of it?
Yeah, I watched the cartoon as well. Yeah.
Well, you should see the tattoo that KJ used to have on the back of his calf before he left his body for the Jar World.
Yeah.
I'm kidding.
You got to admire Earthworm Jim. I mean, he's an earthworm, and he has a body.
Well, kind of like you, he has to use a robotic superhero body, you know.
Yes, he
That's
does.
right. Mhm.
Super suit.
And
Super
he can use his head as a weapon.
That's
Always
right.
admired that.
Mhm.
Yeah, whip it good.
That's right. Whip it good. Well, anyways, my friends, it is that time of the day where we got to hit that sweet, sweet bumper.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
My fellow Decepticons, hit that like button for my sake.
You guys weren't expecting that.
No.
No, we weren't.
That's funny. I haven't seen that in a while. But anyways, I literally got to make dinner quicker today because the wife goes to work early today, so I need to make dinner and stuff for her real quick.
Okay.
So we got to get to the shill section and go for it. And we're going to start with the sensational, the illustrious, the very handsome, very bald, white-bearded, white-jacketed, crazy maniac we know as Tibalts.
Well, you gave it away by saying bald, I think. But now that Hillbilly has no longer joined us. Anyhow, thanks for having me on. It's always great to be with you guys. So it's fun to be here, and you never know where the conversation is going to go. If you want more of me, which I can't imagine, but if you did, you could find me here on YouTube. You can find me on Instagram. You can go to my store on Dark Ritual, tcgplayerpro.com, and
Links in
get any
description.
singles that you might be looking for. And that's probably enough shilling for now. I need to add more white to that beard in there. That beard on that logo needs to be whitened up.
Yeah, if you want to check out the TCG Pro Player Store Tibalt, link is in the description.
That's right. Link is in the description.
That's right. And I really should make a command for you so you can just pop in the chat too.
There you go.
Yeah. All right. Next, we got the crazy cat lady, the one who's destroyer of cars. We have Hellwheeler.
Deary me, how long is it going to take? Who knows? Tonight, it's a Wednesday. We are procrastinating across the ocean tonight, and we are doing sort of like IP off against IP sort of thing.
Ooh, that
I'm
sounds
sure
fun.
KJ will probably explain it better because he always does. But otherwise, afterwards, we are going to be checking out Killing Floor 2, seeing whether that can potentially be added to our list of community play games. So if you've got Killing Floor 2 and might want to play with us, gives you a chance now to get it downloaded if you can. But maybe it's already downloaded. But that will be some fun for tonight. Hopefully it's all going to go awesome.
Everything is awesome. Everything's cool when you're rolling ahead, and everything is awesome. KJ, it's time to shill.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. kjcowboydan here, and I hope you're being good heads out there in Chatland today. Well, like Jesse said, tonight's procrastinating across the oceans, and we're gonna be pitting our favorite IPs against our favorite IPs. But here's the catch: we're not just gonna have just a standard IP battle. It's not gonna be Homelander versus Superman. No, we're gonna choose awkward IPs, maybe secondary IPs, maybe just like that background character that you saw. You're like, I wonder what this guy'd be like in a superhero fight, And we're gonna take those characters and put them in situations where there's no possible way they can win. Here's the gimmick. We're not going to have the AI tell us who won these battles. You're going to tell us who won, and then we're going to have the AI give us a story on how the unlikely character won.
Kind of reminds me of epic rap battles of history.
Nice.
Our death battle.
Who's next? You know what I'm saying? You remember that?
I do. I remember epic rap battles in history. Good show.
Or the disc battle show that they used to have. We would pit two similar characters together.
That's right.
To fight to the death. Anyway,
right.
I'm going to show my stream. I didn't get the money today, Might get it tomorrow, so next Wednesday I might stream something.
Stream. That's all I do. Stream of you. All right. You got Hillbilly.
Hey, everybody. Yesterday, I did not get to stream yesterday afternoon, which that was viewer battles yesterday afternoon. So we're going to be doing that this afternoon. And also, there will not be a team up between the Hillbilly and KJ. Just want to let y'all know about that. And that's all I have to share for today.
All right. Okay. Super Fast Tortoise here. Really quick, I want to say I'm going to stream tonight. We'll see what we got to stream. I can't really get into it because I don't know exactly, because I got a chore to do tonight. It's going to take up some time before I do. So, hey, keep an eye out. Make sure you're subscribed. Hit that bell so when I do go live, you're notified, just like the good old days. But anyways, I want to thank everybody for being on stream and everybody from Hellwheeler, Tibalts, HILLBILLY, mugenfool, kjcowboydan, and everybody in chat. You rock, you roll. Thank you for being lively today. I don't know why I called a couple, but you guys are awesome. And hey, with that, my friend, I want to remind you that you're awesome, that you're loved, that someone's thinking about you, and if you can, brighten someone's day a little bit, just a little bit today, because you might be the change of need today. And with that, let's hit that sweet outro that we have. Woo, woo, woo.
Start the morning with coffee in your cup. Time to hang out with friends and chat it up. Bring a smile and good luck. Hit that like button and let's chat it up. Good times start with us, you and me. Good morning, welcome to the morning coffee show.